waiting for the lenders to shell out these assets, and I think it's not happening. I mean, that's not really happening. I mean, I think thanks to you, in some cases where lenders are willing to work with the existing owner. They don't see an upside or willing. I mean, certainly First Caribbean has been in the region for so long that they understand the ups and downs. And what you see is, people have been waiting for these bargain basement deals, which have not happened. We've seen that in the States. So I think it's following the same path we see in the United States, where we have hit rock bottom and we're seeing now tremendous increase in prices. I mean, 2010, as I said, saw an increase of 86% in the United States in terms of price per key. And you see the same thing in the Caribbean. So I think we've hit the bottom, and I think now we're seeing an appreciation in the value.
Thank you. So to try and pull all of these points together, Ron Sutherland is very well qualified to do that, so I'll ask him to continue with his presentation.
Thank you. Well, good morning, everybody. One of the things that's always so interesting about the studious aspect of the presentations that have been given and what we heard yesterday is that they're yardsticks, and so many of the things that you look at from a macro perspective can either guide you in the right direction or sometimes they make you a little bit gun-shy, a little bit negative perhaps. Our take on what's happened in the last 18 months is two things. Number one, the market has come back quicker than I thought it was going to come back on both the tourism side. And in the last 6 months, what I think is actually kind of interesting is that we saw a bottom in the second home, holiday home, residential sales market, which seems to have now got some life in it. And having said that, by way of example, perhaps I can give you an experience that we went through where we decided to buy a property with a client, and it was half done, it was broken, it was problematic, it was not finished. And some of the things that we went through, and from that you can determine in your own examples, in your own sphere, the pluses and the minuses of it. By way of background, the veranda was an incompleted product in Turks and Caicos Islands on Providenciales. For those of you who don't know Provo, it's a very unique market. It has had and experienced some of the most successful average daily rates in the condominium hotel market within the Caribbean. And it also was extremely successful in terms of the dollar volume of condominiums that were sold almost on any island, probably a little bit behind Cayman in terms of sales prices per square foot. At the peak of the market, there was about $260 million of condos that were sold, and the average price was about $680 a square foot. That was the peak. In 2010, that had fallen to about $28 million, and the average sales price per square foot was $480 a square foot. So you can see it went from an extremely exuberant, perhaps over-effervescent scenario to one that just basically stopped. We were faced with the challenge of how do we finish building this resort, which is 128 residential stratas and offered 168 hotel keys, position it within the market, and get it open in a timely period of time, all within a budget that made sense, that was going to be less between the acquisition and the construction than it would have been to buy a piece of land, which we could have done, build the thing, and open it. One of the things that we learned out is no matter how great a price you get on a piece of property going in, you can never be fully cognizant of all of the things behind the scene that you're going to deal with. And then we really learned that